In today's video, we're going to do the practice questions dealing with the function type questions that sometimes appear on the ACT. Number 1 says a function g of x equals negative x squared plus 3x minus 2. What is g of negative 4? So when we're working with functions, we have the function defined here, and we want to plug in a negative 4 everywhere there is an x. So we're going to take g of negative 4 equal to negative 4 squared. Make sure you pay attention to these parentheses because plugging in this negative number is where a lot of folks can make a mistake here. So we're plugging in the negative 4 for x. It goes inside the parentheses, and you still have a negative sign out in front that comes from the original equation. Okay, then we're going to say plus 3 times negative 4 minus 2. Now we'll just evaluate this, simplify. We still have the negative out in front. When we square a negative 4, we get 16. Then the negative goes away. Positive 3 times negative 4 gives us negative 12 minus 2. Simplify here, and when we simplify, we get a negative 30, which is answer choice A. Question number 2, a function f of x equals x squared minus 4, here's our function definition, has a domain as the set of integers from 1 through 10, inclusive, so that means it includes 1 through 10. For how many values of x is f of x positive? So when we talk about domain, we're talking about the x values. And we want to know for how many of these values, 1 through 10, and we could just number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many, when we plug in each of these 10 values, how many times is f of x positive? So we can do that here. We could say 1 squared minus 4 is going to give us 1 minus 4, which is a negative 3. I'm going to draw a line here to separate this. So we have a negative number. 2 squared minus 4 is 4 minus 4, which is 0. That's neither negative nor positive, but we can't count it as a positive for sure. When we get to 3, we'll have 3 squared minus 4, and that is 9 minus 4, which gives us positive 5. Now from this point on, we should recognize that every time we square these numbers, they're going to be greater than the 4 that we're subtracting, so we'll always have a positive number. So from 3 to 10, we're going to have positive f of x values. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 values. And that is answer choice K. Looking at number 3, given f of x equals x squared plus 2 and g of x equals 3 minus x, so I've got two functions that are defined, which of the following is an expression for f of g of x? So we're looking for f of g of x, and what that means, we're going to work inward and move outward. We're going to first work with the g of x, and we're going to plug that in right here. We're going to plug in 3 minus x because that is what g of x is. And now what we can do is we can take the 3 minus x, and in the f function, everywhere there's an x, we're going to stick 3 minus x. So we'll have 3 minus x squared plus 2. Let's expand this because this is really the same as 3 minus x times 3 minus x. And when we multiply, we'll get 9 minus 6x plus x squared, and then plus this 2 here on the end. Let's clean it up a little and put the x squared out in front. Minus 6x, combine the 9 plus 2 gives us 11. And we are ultimately looking for an expression as our answer, and that's what we have. Let's see what matches over here. X squared minus 6x plus 11, that is the same as answer choice C. Now let's take a look at number 4. Given g of x equals 3 over x and h of x equals x minus 2 over x squared, what is g of h of 5? This is very similar to number 3, except we are plugging in a value here for this h of 5. So we could go ahead and at first, again doing the inward part first, the h of 5, we're going to find function h. Everywhere there's an x, we're going to stick a 5. So we have 5 minus 2 divided by 5 squared equals 3 over 25. Now we're going to substitute in with g instead of h of 5, we can plug in 3/25, and that means we'll go to our function g of x, and everywhere there's an x, we're going to stick 3 over 25. This is division here with fractions, so we can think of it as multiplying by the reciprocal of the denominator, flip-flop and multiply, and we like that because then these 3's will cancel and multiply across, and we're just left with 25, which is answer choice G. Now let's look at number 5. What is the expression for f of x plus 2 if f of x equals 3x minus 1? We have our definition here. We just want to plug in x plus 2 into f everywhere there's an x. So instead of the just plain x, we've got the x plus 2 minus 1. Let's distribute this 3, and we'll have 3x plus 6 minus 1. We simplify, positive 6 minus 1 gives us a plus 5. So we'll have 3x plus 5, which is answer choice A. Now we'll take a look at number 6. A function f of x is defined as, and we have this definition here, what is f of 1? So this is referred to as a piecewise function. We have two different functions that apply based on different x values. So we want to find f of 1. We find this is our x value, and we find which function are we going to use. When x is equal to 1, this function is to be used, this first function is to be used for x values x less than or equal to 1, and that does include x equal to 1. So we will plug in and use x squared minus 2. We're going to plug a 1 in for that. And when we simplify, we get 1 minus 2, which is equal to negative 1, and that is answer choice G.